Back at work, just made it to the end of the first week. First week was a short week because staff came back Tuesday, students started filtering in Wednesday, all here by Thursday, and today's Friday. I have now met all of my classes, which it's good to have in the first week, and some of them are quite large. We've only just sort of settled in. Other than that, the place looks pretty much the same. We've got stuff everywhere. Our new 3D printers still need to be set up. My tech admin has been getting IP addresses and that sort of stuff ready for those, and I think she's getting the technicians in to finish setting them up and getting us set up, us sorted. You wouldn't think you'd need that sort of expertise setting up a 3D printer, but because we are part of the Department of Education and everything is networked through to main servers at head office in the city, not all 3D printers are supported as a printer, like our big MakerBot one. That one. That used to be brilliant, where we could just sit at our tables and bring up the software, do everything, set up your print and go and send it to that, and it'd print just like a laser printer. But now they've stopped that, they don't support that. Somehow we're getting these ones set up correctly and they're being approved. But it's one of those weird systems that I'm sitting here at my desk. When I click print, it doesn't just go to the printer over there. It goes through to Sydney and then back to the printer. So it's like, yeah, whenever we log on, we're logging on to the department network. But I was meant to have Year 12 this afternoon. I had them, period 5, I was meant to have them 5 and 6. Only about a third of the kids showed up. Part of it, I think, can be that this is a Friday afternoon. I know some of them do have part-time jobs. One of who starts at 4 and he's a couple of towns over for his job, and the class was going to go through till 4. So we're going to try and renegotiate a time where we can all have that after school or maybe a before school class. We'll see how that goes. I'll probably do that Monday when I have them at a middle of the day class, and we can try and organise that. So today they basically just did a little bit more prac, but they had to pack up today because Year 11 will be back in that room before them, and Year 11 on paper is a massive class of 30. I've only seen, I think it was 17 the other day. So on day 1, not a lot of the students came, not every student came to school. But if they're all here, I'm going to have 30 in the class, which is ridiculously large. That room is crowded with 20 kids. That room is crowded with 15 kids. We'll see how we go. Year 11's not a bad size. That's probably looking at about 18 to 20 kids when they're all here. Year 9 timber is 25, which is a bit big. And some are away today, so I still haven't seen whether it's a full class. Week 1, back into it. Saturday mid-afternoon. It's 40 degrees C here. It's 104. Hang on a sec, my little boy wants to come down. It's Sam. He's too old to walk down the stairs now. I'll bring him down. Okay, so there he is. Incredibly hot and dry. And we've been listening to the scanner. Well, my wife has been listening to it more because I've been in and out. But they've been spotting some spot fires up that way. Over your head. Spotting some spot fires up out the back of Tablelands, which is directly west of here. That's where a lot of the fires, and they were trying to do backburning and that sort of stuff before. And she just messaged me and said they're apparently calling in a lot more crews and a fire bomber because there's a number of spot fires starting up with this dry heat and the wind. I'm basically just got to keep an eye on whether any smoke sort of starts to plume up in the west direction. But aside from that, bamboo's taken control again in the last week down the back, so I've got to go down and chop all that up, but I need to sharpen the mattock up first. And I had a oscillating fan for sale on Marketplace, and there's somebody just on their way up to now pick that up. $5. $5 is $5. So many people have been interested in it, and then as soon as I say whereabouts I am, they go, oh, too far to drive, which is fair enough for a $5 fan. When you can buy a brand new one for $15, these people mustn't be too far away. I had a feeling it would probably sell because I was just thinking yesterday I might take these into school, because I've got 2 of them. Take them into school and set them up in the construction workshop. So of course one of them sold. So anyway, they shouldn't be too far away. And then I'll get into chopping out that bamboo that's starting to spring up down the back.
That's where they didn't join it up. They got so far and then they've got a gap.
Oh, the gap's down here. So that cut through the tree that goes to the left.
Yes.
That takes it down to where Anderson's meets with
At the creek?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right there. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I've
couldn't
done the
get
bike
down
ride, but of course,
Yeah, right.
it's pretty rugged.
Oh, I think it was just a timing thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I have got fire trail there. Water from?
Out of the
Oh,
catchment.
Yeah, the catchment, yeah, straight down below it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, straight off the edge.
Oh, is it?
It's about 5:15, and you see that? All of that. It's smoke in amongst the cloud. Looks a bit thicker through there. That's off to the that King's Tableland area. And I went up and had a look earlier and saw some of the smoke. And billowing in that hole was one of like about 6, 7 residents looking up there. I came back, get something to eat. I'm going to go back up with my other camera, see if I can get better, and my binoculars, see if I can get a better look.
Maybe you'll be able to have that on this. Oh, it's not wet pieces of light pressures can make one this works very different. Strange though,
Oh, to consider when we first got what, 2:30
Oh yeah, something like that.
Well, I'm putting it to like, when I zoom my phone into a certain point, it filled up the whole screen, and before that it was only a little bit. Now I can't like get the whole thing in the screen.
Like even had.
Okay, so this is what's causing that smoke from that I saw from the yard. Because I basically just sort of see all this, and that's basically the Wentworth Falls. Wentworth Falls probably there. Katoomba's up about there. But this has moved a lot, because when I came out before, and I've got a little bit of video and a photo or two, it was just there. And now it's spread down this way, so it's heading south along the ridge. There's a whole group of people down here looking, and they were saying there's a spot just up the road which is a little bit clearer of a view. Without looking across some of these ridges. There's a big plume. And that. So basically, that thick bit that you can basically see there, like, my finger's not going to show here now. That spot there was basically all I could see when I came up last time, an hour or so ago. That's the current situation. You sort of see that really thick bit just blowing up there. That's where it had started when I first came down here. Well, that's what I could see when I first came down here. There's I can see one water bombing helicopter just off to the side here. And there's a number of crews on the ground out there, but it's not like when it takes off like that, it's not like they can do much, is it? Yep, there's one of the helicopters. Can actually see two helicopters just out on this side, and I'd say they're focusing there because that's actually where it backs onto houses, whereas the rest of it's going to be burning down into the area that's already been burnt. And apparently between, like, the furthest ridge you can see just where the smoke is, that's where the last backburn area was, so where they tried to make their fire breaks that we could see on the map. And I'll stick a picture up here somewhere or something. So I think they're taking off, and they're out this way right now. They're heading to probably Wentworth Falls Lake to try and jump back there. And I think I can see the firebombing aircraft as well, just up here in the middle. The one that drops the retardant. That might be one of those. But one of the group of people that were down here said that if you go up the street a bit, there's a better view across there without all of these sort of ridges in the middle. So I'm going to head up that way and see what I can see. this lookout's just a little bit closer to the house. Again, that seems to be, it's really taken off down that way, down towards the south. The wind, it's still kind of a nor'wester, so it's blowing this way, but hopefully it doesn't blow this way. That way is not so bad, this way is not good. At this stage, the ridge that it's behind, that is the fire break, so look through binoculars and stuff. You can see the colour. Which means that the fireys that are out there are probably along the fire trails that's along that ridge, and hopefully being able to get onto that. Alright, you might be able to just see there the firebombing aircraft. That was the thing that I just filmed going over here, and when it took off in that direction, I thought, no, that must be a just a commercial flight flying low to get away from the smoke. But it obviously went out that way, did a big loop to get the right run happening, and a whole stack of the red fire retardant just got dumped. Obviously between the fire and the houses in that way, that direction. Apparently there's a fiery who's been bitten on the leg by a spider that sounds like a funnel web. Run up his leg while he was fighting the fire. Bit him just under the knee, I think. He's been taken to hospital. Keep an ear on the scanner. My wife's still doing that back of the house. Come up here a bit later when it's hopefully a little bit cooler, when the light's gone down. Might actually see if there's any flames over there and whether it's really vicious, because it looks like it at the moment. That's how it looks now. That's bizarre, because the sun's actually set. Probably going to come out a bit later. There you go. That's what it's like now. That's where it was before. It's died down and it's travelling down this way. Not looking nearly as vicious, but brought the boys down this time. They came down to have a look. Same group of people and some more all came down again. I'll give the boys a little bit of a walk. I'll give them a little bit of a walk on the street up here and then drive them back down to their house.
And I might
See if I can come up a bit later and see if there's any sort of a glow over there, because they said like the flames are really lapping up earlier.